Now in Monster Hunter Wilds, the toughest challenge any fisherman's going to have is going to be in order to capture themselves a Whopper. You can pick this quest up a little bit later on in the game by heading over to the Scarlet Forest and picking it up once again from Kanya. Once that's done, you're going to need to know the location, and there's a few areas that you can get hold of these. One such one would be heading up your map and going to area 12, there's a way to get one there, but the one I found best overall was by heading all the way up here, making you up to area 15, then going up a little bit further and then heading over to the area of area 17. If you're not sure how to get back to there, then I'll show you from the big waterfall at area 15 just here. You're going to jump on your secret, head all the way up this way, just keep making your way up. Keep trekking along all the vines, and eventually you're going to make your way all the way up to the very top where you'll be able to put up a campsite. This area is definitely worth having, as I've never had it knocked out by any monsters. I don't think any come up here whatsoever, so it's definitely worth keeping, so you'll have an extra one if you want to start off at this location. If you want to, you can also go inside here and spend a little bit of your guild points on changing the actual time and such. I found the best thing to do was to make sure it was on plenty and have it for either the morning or during the daytime. I picked the daytime as it seemed to work best overall, plus it's a lot clearer and you can usually see the fish better. Now when you're trying to capture a Whopper, the main thing for this, it's not a specific type of fish, it's basically meaning, like its namesake, it's one of the very biggest fish, so it can be a lot of different rarities, but you're looking for an absolutely massive fish. It took me a little while to find a good bit of footage for this so that I could show you nicely, but as you can see in the water here, there's a gigantic fish just sitting there, and then what you want to do is to try and reel it in. This is a bit tougher than your normal standard fishing, and it might take a little bit longer. Also, depending on the variety of the fish, it can be attracted to several different ones of your lures, but I find when I was here, using the one that Kanya had just given me, the Duster rig worked most times, but I have heard that the wooden one also works effectively against a lot of the varieties as well. If they're not biting, one thing you might want to watch out for, I think there's a little bug in the game at the moment, so if it takes an absolute age, or you can't find one, then maybe teleport back to one of the bases, and then back to that campsite I showed you earlier. But what you want to do is to make sure you're reeling in your bait on controller, that's by pressing back and forth on the analogues. Once you've got its attention and it's hooked, then you want to hold whatever button it is as if you're pulling it out of the water. So for controller it's going to be right trigger, and that's going to make sure it stays on your line long enough for you to actually do the minigame. Then all you got to do, whatever way the fish is going, you're going to want to move your fishing rod towards that direction as well. You'll be with your left analog and you'll be heading either left or right depending on which way the fish is going. Whenever it gets tired out, you're going to want to spam your analog back and forth, or whatever alternative is for your PC when you're trying to reel fish in, as that's going to be your time to draw it closer to yourself. This is going to happen a few times. You're going to need to follow it with your rod back and forth, and if it jumps out in the water, try and follow which direction it's going. So if it's jumping backwards, hold back. If it's jumping forward, hold forward. After a while, the fish will be getting tired out until eventually you manage to get hold of it, pull it out of the water, and you've managed to nab yourself one of the toughest challenges for a fisherman. Once that's done, you can head back to Kanya, turn it in, and you're all set to get on with the rest of your fishing journey, or to go out and resume your monster hunting. Hopefully that's helped a few of you guys and girls. There's going to be loads more content away from me. As always, for all things gaming, take care. I'll see you on the next day.